What is up, Facebook? Check this beast out right here. This thing is all polished up, ready to go. This new wand of mine only needs about 2 more things, which is quartz crystal and a little bit of copper wire. I'm gonna put some copper wire, grab it like once or twice, right down here where the handle meets the leather, and then it's gonna crisscross, just like the handle crisscrosses. It's gonna look like that on the copper when it wraps around. Theoretically, you do like 1 or 2 loops around, maybe like 4 right there, and then kind of all the way up. Wow, hold on a second. If you're having a hard time hearing me on the video, we might be able to fix that. How about now? Can you hear me now? Right there is fine. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Sweet. But yeah, this is the scepter I'm building for my collection, and it's coming together quite nicely, if I do say so myself. Like one more thing left, and that's to some copper wire and a crystal on it. But I'm not even joking when I say this thing right here is, or has been, really inconvenient with trying to get this thing built. And I tried doing a little green band beneath the spray paint, and the rest of it just, I was like, nah, dude. It just didn't look good. So I spray painted the rest of the wand a nice rich hunter green. And once it dried, I put podge all over the outside and inside of this wand. And right now I'm making the magical element I've added to this scepter is currently drying on the inside of the quartz crystal hole. It'll create a nice base for when I go to glue the crystal in. Yeah, this scepter's pretty killer, man. I don't think people will mind if I don't make a scepter for the next batch, or if I make another handheld one, so I still have 20 like I said I was going to make. I mean, either way you're shaping it, you know what I'm saying? People are still going to get wands, you know what I'm saying? And normally I don't keep the wands that I make. Most of the time I sell them, but this one in particular was just, like, it was calling me since I carved it. I don't know why it was, but it is. Well, thank you for that compliment. Chris says that scepter looks pretty powerful. Yeah, the energy coming off this thing right now as the magical element is drying on the inside is pretty sweet. Like, this thing just feels really powerful. Just holding it in the hands is like, that's a pretty sweet looking scepter, man. It's gonna look nice when I pop the quartz in there. Do I still have my customized BB gun? The answer is yes, I do. The answer is yes, yes, I do. Now, I'm anxious to carry this scepter on person, so I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible. Wow. This personal scepter of mine dries and everything. I still have literally one more wand to carve out in the 20th, or excuse me, the 4th batch, having 20 wands. So it's like 20 chances to buy a handheld wand. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Matthew says, I'm chilling with a friend. She said, you seem interesting. Right on. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very kindly. You can sell your double gauge shotgun if you have that scepter for protection. Yeah, no. I'm not getting rid of my first gun. Fuck off with that shit. But I appreciate your confidence in such a fine tool of magic. Yes. I'm actually looking forward to getting the quartz crystal for this thing. Alright, now I'm not going to fuck with the hole on the inside of it, because I got the element it's being charged with. Literally is drying on the inside underneath that Gorilla Glue. I'll create a nice flat base for the quartz when I stick it in there. Matthew asked the question, do you date pagans? Pagan chicks? Hell yeah. Spiritual chicks are cool, man. But there have been some I've dated in the past, and I'm not trying to talk shit on my exes, but there were some so-called pagan chicks I've dated in the past. One in particular, I started talking to her about my circles of protection, and she's like, oh, that's cute, you think you can do that. And then she starts telling me about all this shit she can supposedly do, and I'm just like, that's cool. You know what? It doesn't matter. Here's the thing of it, Matthew. If they want to dye their hair whatever color they want, then by God, they're gonna fucking do it. Who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks? They're dyeing it for themselves. If they like it, that's all that matters. But personal opinion, blue or purple hair hot. Yes, dyed hair is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't so goddamn expensive and it didn't kill my hair and it lasted longer, I dye my hair black more often. But right now I'm stuck with my natural blonde and brown highlights, and I'm not complaining because there are some chicks who pay big money for this hair color right here that I have, which is my natural hair color. Buddy of mine came over with some money, and we went to the liquor store and got a Mike's Harder mango lemonade. Big old tall can of that shit. And then we ran into another homie of mine on the way to the liquor store. He was getting a 40. So I'm like, all right. We ended up getting our shit and going back to homie's house for a bit and chilling out there, and then coming back over here for a brief minute. I might be eating a paycheck tomorrow, which would be nice. I could use some of that money to put a crystal on this scepter and use it to finish my batch of wands so I can get them sold as quickly as possible. Like if I wanted to, I could glue the crystal into the wand as soon as I get it out of the store. But I'll wait till I get back to do that. So over the course of the next 2 days or so, I'll be getting my scepter done. I like the way I did the handle. It's perfect. Nicely smoothed and sanded. Nicely wrapped. If people ask what the fuck is it, I'm like, it's a wand that I made. I'm a simple but humble wand maker. It's what I do. Matthew says, one of your female fans likes Whiskey Men and listening to Ozzy. Will I be in the Ozzy concert in Colorado? Yes, I will. And if I see any fans in Colorado at the Ozzy concert and you want to talk to me, like, don't be shy. Come up and talk to me, hang out with fans and smoke some legal weed when I'm up there and, enjoy myself at the concert. So, to answer your question, Matthew, yes, I will be at the Ozzy concert in Colorado. And no one would blame me for holding this while I wait for it to dry patiently. Because right now I'm charging it with the magical elements in the crystal hole, there's a little bit of glue on top of it so that it dries inside the hole. And then when I pop the crystal in there, it's going to look sharp. As to autograph, yes. Yes, Matthew, I would be happy to give her an autograph. If she's got paper or something I could sign, I would be happy to sign an autograph. Matthew's like, dude, she just screamed with excitement. Yeah. That kind of trips me out. Like, I'm going to a concert for one of my idols, and I got people who idolize me on YouTube wanting to meet me there. Like, yo, that's kind of a surreal experience, man. Mm. I want to get the black retouched in my Aussie knuckles before I go to the concert. I'll be trying to do that with my next batch of wands. Well, to put things into perspective, Mr. Scene, so far I haven't sold any out of my fourth batch. My fourth batch has 20 wands going into it, and I have 19 handheld wands carved up. 18 of them are drying. The 19th one needs leather, and I can do all that and get all the supplies I need in the next 2 days or so, 2 to 3 days. Like, I honestly don't care. It's chill as fuck, dude. Metalhead chicks are awesome, Matthew, to answer your question. I'm down with metalhead chicks and goth chicks either way. It don't matter. I'm not that picky, man. Chicks who are into heavy metal are just fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? That's 100% chill. Yes, Scene. My wands sold on Etsy. The first 3 batches have sold like hotcakes. The first 3 batches sold like goddamn hotcakes. I'm just saying. So yeah, they have sold out before. At least I have a bigger example of when I say I make crystal wands for Etsy, I'm not bullshitting. At least now I have an example of what I mean by when I say, you know. I made this thing out of a solid fucking stick, and ooh. This wand is coming together very, very nicely. Got that classic black and white magician's look, wand look, with the handle and the tip of it incorporated. And then you got the hunter green in the middle and the brown leather on the handle. It just, yeah, this is a sharp looking wand, man. A sharp looking wand for a sexy goth stud like myself. Oh. I'm trying to have more confidence in myself. It's not easy, but yeah, there you go. Hell yeah, I'm checking out the chat. That's what's up. Matthew just said, I think you just made someone's night. Haha, she just went outside to smoke. She thinks I rigged this. Oh, no. You didn't rig this. This is just purely spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? When I got fans of mine who are watching my videos, and then they have fans of theirs chilling out at their place watching the video unfold, like, whoa, you know. I assure you this is not rigged. You couldn't pay enough chicks to rig this shit. I got all these hot ass fucking chicks hitting on me on Facebook, and I'm like, I assure you, this is not rigged. I'd be like, okay, who's paying what if it was rigged? But, you know, it's not, I assure you. I don't know if Steve's missing or maybe he's just trying to stay out of the limelight. I don't know what the deal is. Last I heard about Steve, he moved to Arizona with his boyfriend, and that's all we heard. You know, if he's happier down there, then I'm happy for him. You know, it's more pussy for me. See, I don't give a shit if you're gay. I watch lesbian porn, so I'm down with the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch lesbian porn, so I can't sit there and say I support one side, not the other. You know, I don't want to see the other side of it, but if it makes you happy, then I'm not here to stop you from being happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit if you're gay, just don't fucking hit on me and we're Gucci. You know what I'm saying? He was stuck on the streets of Arizona for 3 weeks. Damn. Because no one would help. I didn't know that. That's some pretty crazy shit. Yeah, I heard Steve got kicked out of his apartment for some shit. And he's like, fuck it, and moved to Arizona. Yeah. I honestly don't know if he's back or not, but oh yeah, I got a little bit of glue on the outside of that hole. That came off really easy like. There we go. Yeah, I'm sitting here holding my scepter while it dries. I don't want to scuff the paint on it with the vice clamp if I can help it. Do you think you will ever move away from Wyoming? Hard to say, man. Hard to say. I don't make much money. I don't make enough to move away from Wyoming. I make enough to survive in Wyoming, but I don't make enough to move away, you know. Hell, even if I did win the lottery, you know what I'm saying, I'd build my dream house like 4 miles outside of town. I'd be set. You know what I'm saying? With 7 acres of land, I'd be set. It'd be cool if I could get 20, but, you know, I mean, that would be just perfect. 20 acres of land, 4 miles outside of town. Yeah. But that'd be a bit expensive. So I'd be happy with 7 acres. I'd be content with 7 acres. That'd be just fine. I'd have enough room to build my dream house, put a shooting range up behind my dream house. You know. The scepter's tall enough that I could hold it like that. Damn, it's tall enough that it reaches the floor from me just sitting here on the chair. Oh no, you're fine, Scene. No worries, bro. That's why I do the live streams, just so fans can talk with me, you know. That's why I do the Facebook live streams, just so people on Facebook can like talk to me and shit, you know, no worries. You ain't gotta stress having Asperger's, dude. Like, especially for somebody who has it, you know what I'm saying? Exactly what I'm getting at. You know, you don't gotta apologize for your disorder, man. We're brothers in the same struggle, you know. Yes. Apparently, somebody had flagged one of my Facebook videos and said I was using hate speech. Like, I don't recall ever using any hate speech in any of my live videos on Facebook. I mean, if there are some things I said that I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's not going on the internet, then I won't post it. But most of the videos I have posted to Facebook, I might have said some hateful things, but it was directed towards the stupid shit in our society. So I basically I got a fucking ban for being real. I got a fucking Facebook ban for being real about it. Like, being real gets you fucking hated, bro. I'm just saying. Yeah, someone flagged my video and said I was using hate speech, and Facebook gave me a 30-day ban for something I didn't do. I'm used to that by now, unfortunately. My thoughts exactly. Fuck the haters. You know, I could be doing a stream at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I guarantee you motherfuckers will tune into it. And people are jealous of what I have. They're like, okay, this dude is so famous that he could do a live stream at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and 10 people would guarantee to show up and check it out, you know? And they're jealous of that. So that's why they're like, whoa, well, if he comes off as angry in his video, I can flag it as hate speech. And Facebook's bullshit system of flagging things, you know. And then while I got a Facebook ban, some motherfucker hit me up with a fake account making fun of me. Stupid usual bullshit. I'm like, if you're going to make an account making fun of me and you try to send me a friend request, how stupid are you and how desperate are you for attention? Because as soon as I saw the fucking Facebook account with the fake photo of mine edited to look like me and look all fucked up and stupid, and then having the account name being like Sandy Vagina or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even trying. That's the thing of it. Is I'm sitting here bored with these trolls as usual, and they're not even trying anymore. It's like they've given up. They realized, okay, this guy's got Asperger's and he's untrollable. Fuck. The fake Cobra? No, I'm not talking about him, no. Oh, you mean Snails impersonating me to give me more exposure on YouTube? Thank you for that, Snails. But the joke's over, bud. No one's buying it. Like, straight up, no one's buying it, dude. So it's like, you wish you could be as cool as me, but you're not. And of course, Snails didn't tell me that, oh, hey, I'm going to make fun of you and do all this other shit, blah, 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 to create this sort of fake publicity to get me more subscribers. And it worked. It got me more subscribers, but, you know, it seems an awful hell of a long way to get someone more subscribers. That's all I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to give somebody a good ribbon, at least, you know. I can be a very convincing actor. You could have at least told me. But then it would have been as convincing, I suppose. If I had any idea what my YouTube would have spawned when I created it or first started doing YouTube videos, Asperger's talking shit again. Oh. I had some delicious Little Caesars earlier, and now I'm ripping some ass. Smell like Little Caesars and Mango Mike's harder lemonade. Yeah. Like next time I go into Little Caesars, I gotta get me one of them 3-meat treats and have them do extra on all the toppings. Like an extra most bestest with a 3-meat treat. Oh, that sounds fucking dank as shit with the garlic sauce on it. Yeah, dude. They don't offer it as an extra most bestest, but so it's probably gonna cost a little bit extra to get. But oh, so worth it. Mm. But yeah, this scepter's looking really nice, yo. I'm digging this shit. So look even better with the copper wire and the quartz on it. Right. My point exactly. The 3-meat treat is my favorite pizza from Little Caesars, man. Oh, it's so good. I'm a carnivore, what can I say? I do consume vegetables. I don't have a problem with them. I probably don't eat as much vegetables as I should. But, dude, I like meat. Steak, burgers, ribs, bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, humans did not survive for this fucking long, just being like, oh, we're going to freeze our asses off, but we don't care. At least that mammoth isn't going to die, because that's an animal. It has feelings. Now, could you imagine if the first humans were vegan? We wouldn't be here today. How do you think humans survived without Walgreens, without going to the doctors, and that sort of thing? They had to rely on Mother Nature and the food she provided. So yes, they did have some vegetables and fruits that they would eat, but they also ate meat. They would kill animals for their fur to keep warm in the winter, and they'd use their bones for tools, and they'd eat their meat to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if humans would feast off of animals and vegetables and that sort of thing, and they would get as fat as they could, because they live off of it, you know what I'm saying, if you're scavenging and moving from spot to spot. Like, the first human beings to ever survive are basically the very first campers. And when you go camping, you're scavenging for shit, you know what I'm saying? But camping today is nothing compared to what it was back then, you know? All of a sudden, they find these magical mushrooms you can eat, and you can eat them, and they provide a source of entertainment. Because they didn't have video games, or watching two bitches go at each other, or watching people get into a stupid argument on the internet. No, people who first came onto this planet, the first human beings didn't have all of that to entertain them. So quite often, if they found drugs that could get you high and that were naturally grown in Mother Earth, things like salvia, cocaine, tobacco, weed, shrooms, that sort of thing, they would consume them as a source of entertainment. So even before we had cigarettes, tobacco was being consumed recreationally. And tobacco, when it's naturally grown without all the 4,000 plus chemicals you add to it with the cigarettes, I guarantee you natural tobacco is a lot healthier. It's the stoned ape theory, and it's very much a plausible theory. You know what I'm saying? And humans have survived through trial and error. That's the only and best way to explain that. They found out, okay, these berries are poisonous. Oh, that person over there died from eating those, so we shouldn't eat those. Yeah, he threw up all over, and he or she threw up all over, and yeah, dude, they were like tripping balls for like about 4 minutes, and then yeah, don't eat those. But like, if it gets you high and it's naturally grown from Mother Earth, why the hell does the government care? Oh, because Big Pharma's lining their pockets with money. That's why they fucking care. I guarantee you the government does drugs and then turns around and tells us we can't do them. That's hypocritical as fuck. If you're a Harvard student, you can apply to get weed from the government to study for a medical experiment or whatever you want to call it. But the weed they send you is bullshit and has no benefits to it, so that they can control the supply and demand. I'm just saying Trump loves money and marijuana makes a shit ton of money. Mr. President? Yeah, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Yeah? You like it, the money? Marijuana makes lots of money, man. You talk about how much money you're worth, how much you love money. You know what I'm saying? You're constantly flashing your money in people's faces like, oh, look at me, money, oh. Okay, so for as much as Donald Trump loves money, the fact that he's keeping marijuana illegal at this point, when there are 4 fucking states that are illegal, everywhere else is legal for CBD, medical, or recreational. It's ludicrous, man. The government loves to make money. They love money. They love it. The United States government loves money. That's no bullshit lie. Money talks, bullshit walks. How do you think? I mean, that's the thing of it. The politicians, man, they're getting private donations and shit to help take them on the road and, you know, fuel their campaign, so to speak. Money to a candidate is like gas to a car. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need money to run on a decent platform. If your views are good enough and people dig what you have to say, you'll get recognition, you know. I firmly believe in medical marijuana and the right to bear arms, and that the government should have no right in telling a woman what she can and can't do with her body. I think abortion should be legal. I think prostitution and abortion should be legal. I might get a lot of dirty ass looks for saying that, but, you know, if the kid's got cancer and the baby's going to come out dead anyway, do you want to make that woman give a fucking birth to a dead baby? Like, fuck that. That's horrible, dude. That kind of stress that would put on somebody. And seriously, the fucking churches and the goddamn government have no right telling a goddamn woman what she can and can't do with her body. Fuck that noise. But this is what gets me about Christians. Oh, God's the creator of everything. Okay, but then you say God's against abortion. But why would God be against something he created? How do you know God's a dude? Because who else fucks a bitch and then leaves? I can't pick on my own sex. Come on now. I'm just saying, Facebook. I'm just fucking saying. Christians and Catholics will sit there and say, well, if you fuck a prostitute and it's consensual, if you have sex before you're married, it's a sin. Jesus is the answer, blah, 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 blah. It's like, wait a second, Jesus fucked a hooker, so you want to sit there and tell me that prostitution is a sin and that Jesus is the answer? You're being a hypocrite. See, when you practice magic, it helps to study the other person's belief before you actually get into a conversation with them. So when they sit there preaching, oh, you practice magic, you're evil. Oh, okay, but you believe in this talking dead guy, this guy who rose from the dead to save your souls. That sounds like necromancy. Okay, and then you drank his blood because it turned to wine. That's vampirism. Now you're eating his flesh, which turned to bread. That sounds like cannibalism. And then you get the Bible, which talks about raping women, God killing off flocks of sheep, all this horrible fucked up shit. But Satan's the bad guy, right? This is exactly the problem with our society is instead of taking responsibility for our actions, we're blaming Satan for all our misdeeds. Oh, these kids are corrupt. They're watching the MTV and sagging their pants and being disrespectful. Who do we blame for it? It's the devil. Oh, these kids are doing drugs and alcohol and having unprotected sex. Who do we blame? It's the devil. It's the devil. Instead of taking responsibility as parents and as adults and saying, okay, hey, we can put a stop to this, just got to give this some proper guidance, you know. Instead of doing that, instead of saying, okay, you know what, telling our kids we shouldn't throw fidget spinners at other people, that's not nice, we go ahead and we make fidget spinners illegal. Which is stupid because guess what? Wyoming's one of the few states where fidget spinners are not illegal. And now if a kid has autism and they have a hard time focusing in school, they have to have super special permission to have a fidget spinner in school. Because it became this trendy thing, which I get it. You know, fidget spinners are fun to fuck with. They spin really fast and some of them light up. You know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Fidget spinners are cool. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and there again lies the problem with not taking responsibility for the actions. It's just being lazy. It's lazy parenting is what it is. Instead of being responsible parents and saying, okay, you know what? I don't want my kid hurting other kids with a fidget spinner. Maybe I should take that away and tell them not to do it. No, instead of doing that and teaching them right from wrong, you're just going to make them illegal. Because, oh, they're a dangerous weapon. It's like, yeah, so is this goddamn stick in my hand. If I could smack somebody across the head with it hard enough, just say, whoosh, oh, swing, batter, swing, oh. I remember earlier when I was ranting and raving about stupid shit as usual, and just holding the stick in my hand had a calming effect on me. I don't know why, but watching my hard work pay off. Some people say, "Oh, you make wands." I pull out a little handheld wand, or maybe I have this one on hand. Oh, that burp tasted like Little Caesars. I came out with a brand new drink combination and did a food review in one video. That's original King Cobra content right there. So when Snails does this, oh, I'm going to make, you know, I'll take it as the ultimate form of compliment, really. When the fake King Cobra's trying so hard to be me, I take it as the ultimate compliment. You know, making fun of my spelling, which has gotten a lot better thanks to things like spell check. So the person making fun of me pretending to be me on YouTube will purposely spell the videos wrong to make fun of my autism and the way I spell things, and it's like, it's a bit of a stretch, but you know, it's publicity, I guess. I don't know, man. I gotta start having more confidence in myself, and that's not easy, but I've been working on it. But shit, at one point I had some mother hitting on me. It still does from time to time, and it's just harmless flirting. There's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? You get to a certain age where you're just like, you know, you don't care if it's a chick flirting with you, you're just glad it's happening. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, it's at least something, you know. But I should be allowed to have standards. It's my happiness and love, after all. And everyone's allowed to have standards. I don't give a fuck who you are. I mean, Casper is some town, man. Let me tell you. I'm loading up bounce houses, and in the same fucking day, we passed by this couple standing in the middle of the fucking highway on the sidewalk, interstate. This chick giving this dude a hand job. I didn't see it, but passengers in the car saw, and they're like, "Oh, that just looked funky as fuck." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "That just looked like da 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 da." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, wow." And then in the same fucking day, I run into 4 fans who buy me a pack of smokes and then take a picture with me, and they were just happy as fuck to see me. That's what's up. And yeah, if you're a fan of my videos, don't be a stranger. You see me in public, you know, you want to come hang out or take a picture, whatever, you know, I'm down. I'm never too stuck up to talk to fans. I fucking hate celebrities when they sit there and, oh, they're too good for their fans. Like Justin Bieber, fuck that little faggot, dude. You know what you get? You know how you make Canadian bacon? Justin Bieber and a gas-powered chainsaw. Like this dude gets signed by a black artist and he's making jokes about black people. The fuck? He gets caught smoking pot and he has to apologize for it. The fuck is this shit? The fuck is this shit? And then somebody's chucking a water bottle at his concert. And here's the thing. If I was as famous as he was, I'm not talking shit, I'm being real on it. You know what I'm saying? If I had his fame, that would be sick. But, you know, I'm just saying, if I had somebody disrespecting me at my concert like that, fuck that. I'd have security. I'd kick their ass, and then I'd have security escort them out of the fucking building. I'd be like, oh, you want to chuck water bottles on stage? Okay, come here. Come here. Get up on stage. Boom! Punch him hard in the fucking face. Watch him drop to the floor. Get the fuck out of my concert. And then keep playing for the people who came to see me. But what does this fucking douchebag do? He's trying to clean it up, and then I understand that. He doesn't want to slip and fall. I get that. But then they won't quit. So instead of kicking the fans out of the concert that were being disrespectful, he's like, no, fuck this, I quit. And fucking walked off stage like a fucking diva, dude. Like a fucking diva, dude. Straight up. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And then he's too tired to do a meet and greet with his fans. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Straight up. If you didn't have those fucking fans, you wouldn't be where you're at right now. Seriously. I don't give a fuck, dude. If I just got done doing a concert and I was tired as fuck, I'd be sitting there. All some fans want to come and get their autograph. And, well, hell yeah. Get a couple blunts going and be like, what up? How you doing? Hell yeah. What's up? You like the concert? Sweet. Want a picture? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm never too tired to hang out with my fans. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm doing another part-time job on the side. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing of it. Is these four fans, they stopped to talk to me when I was working. And then I was in a spot where, you know, I didn't have to unload or load up at the moment, you know. So I was in a spot where I could chill and talk with them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even as famous as Justin Bieber. I guarantee you I treat my fans way better than he does. I'm not as rich as he is, but I'll be sending care packages to my fans every now and then. They'll get merchandise and a free wand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I know it's going to make Therese Saxon's day when she gets that package. It's going to take me a minute because, you know, I got to get the wands made and sold first. You know what I'm saying? And make sure everything that like I want to get my knuckles touched up and get the black touched up. I'll go to Black Sunday for that. That ain't nothing but a thing. That way my Aussie knuckles are looking fresh for the concert. I'm just saying. By the time the concert hits in about 3-4 months, 2 or 3 months, whatever, you know. Yeah. Real musicians don't apologize for smoking weed. No, they don't. Willie Nelson didn't apologize. Willie Nelson never apologized for his drug use. Neither did the Beatles. You know what I'm saying? Like, neither did Ozzy. Like, Ozzy never apologized for his drug use. He just got clean. Oh, yeah, come on. Ozzy living in California, and it's legal down there, dude. Come on. You can't tell me that right now that you already know Ozzy's going to be smoking that weed when he retires. I already fucking know it, dude. I mean, if he wants to, he can. You know, it's legal where he lives. And if he lives in California, then yeah, it's legal in California, dude. He'd walk into the fucking dispensary and people are like, this guy! You know what I'm saying? Like, if Ozzy wanted to make some extra money, he could have his own fucking strain of weed, I'm just saying. Oh, this right here is called Crazy Train OG Kush. Yeah, this shit'll fuck you up. What do you think the song Sweet Leaf's about? I love you, Sweet Leaf. showed me around, introduced me to my mind. Because when you smoke fucking weed, dude, you'll see some shit that you're not supposed to see. You'll think of shit you're not normally supposed to think. Like, people have that stereotype, stoners and their cliche conspiracies, man, But no, smoking weed will make you see some shit you don't normally see. You'd be watching the news going, this is all controlled bullshit. Fucking 1%. Republicans and 1% Democrats running this shit. No, seriously, Fox News is controlled by the Republican 1%. CNN's controlled by the Democrat 1%. And you think I'm full of shit. I'm just blowing smoke up your ass, burgers. Oh, no. No. When you watch TV, open your mind. When you watch TV, look at that shit. And you see how every commercial is just trying so fucking hard to get your money. No, fuck this person's product. Our product's better. That's exactly my point. The reason why it's called TV programming, is because they're trying to program your goddamn mind. I don't have cable, but I watch like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 shows, and they're all cartoons. I mean, our fucking society is so disgusting at times. You want to sit there and teach abstinence-only safe sex education, and then turn around and the affair only on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that? You want to sit there and teach abstinence-only sex education when it fails every fucking time. Like, you're trying to, like, this is so stupid. You're creating sexually repressed kids, because most parents don't want to think about their kid bumping uglies with someone else's kid. I get that, right? But you're that age once. Don't fucking play that. Like, come on, man. You're trying to sit there and say, oh, yeah, lie to your kids about drugs and sex and alcohol, and I guarantee you they're going to be like, yeah, they're lying to me. And you don't want them finding out in a situation where they're unprepared or giving into peer pressure, that sort of thing. Finding out in an unsafe or otherwise inaccurate environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you don't want your kids having sex, I get that, but do you want your kid learning about sex from pornography? And the answer is no. So that's just exactly my point. Facebook, like, you want to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't going to talk to your kids about that shit when the time's right, you know what I'm saying? I guarantee they're going to be like, okay, they don't trust me. They're lying to my face. And then they're not going to want to come to you for anything. Guarantee it. Facebook, guarantee it. I guarantee it. And here's the thing of it, is parents know when you're lying to them. Parents know when you're lying to them, and kids know when they're being lied to, Like, parents know when you're lying to them, kids know when you're lying to them, so why lie to each other? Why do that shit? I mean, you sit there, like, walk by your parent or whatever, smelling like alcohol and bud. So what'd you do this fine evening? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I just hung out with some friends. Yeah. Of course, parents be like, of course, some parents be like, well, why do you smell like... If parents are so against marijuana being legal because they don't want their kids getting a hold of it, I get that, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to smoke bud, make sure all your homework's done, make sure your chores are done, make sure you're getting good grades. Now be responsible. Don't just be a lazy pothead. It's fun to smoke weed, but don't be lazy while you smoke weed. Don't use marijuana as an excuse to be lazy, because then that just plays into the whole, oh, stoners are lazy cliche. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. That's no different than saying, oh, you drink alcohol, you must be violent and overly emotional. No, I tend to turn into a smartass when I drink, and sometimes I gotta watch what I say because some of the shit I say is just too real, or you get motherfuckers laughing their asses off at some of the shit I say, like, So you know why the dead body went to the asylum? I'll tell you why the dead body went to the asylum Facebook. Because he was a real casket case. That's a Sean joke. That's the unfortunate reality, is that very same society that I bitch about constantly, we're living in it. And if I don't bitch about it, it's just going to sit there. And then I'm going to be like, okay, something's got to be said. Someone's got to say something because this right here is BS. I'll tell you what's not BS. This goddamn scepter I'm building. This thing is sick. This thing just needs about 2 more things. It's got the punch and everything else. It just needs a little quartz crystal right in there. Now I'll take this with me when I go crystal shopping at the Wonder Gift Shop. That way, I know I got a crystal that fits for it. It's gonna take a couple hours for that magical element to dry on the inside of that hole. This is something I'll be walking around town with, like any of my other wands, once it's all said and done. But when you first saw this stick, it didn't look this good. It looked like just any old ordinary stick. People are like, well, what do you carve these wands out of? And I'm like, a solid fucking stick. What you think, fool? And you can see the magical element drawing on the inside right there. Like the energy coming off this thing is like, ooh. I don't know how to explain it, but right now you can feel the stick pulsating with energy. I know that sounds weird, but if you're in tuned or if you're adept to a degree, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're not adept to the craft, if the wand's powerful enough, you can just feel it when you hold it. It's just like, whoa, dude. People, if I go drinking at the bar with my homies, trust and believe, and carrying my wand with me, it's a conversation starter, man. Hot chicks be like, yo, what's that? I go, it's a wand I made. Oh, you make wands? It's very creative. Hell yeah. And there were definitely some chicks who dig my creative vibe, and that's no bullshit. What's up, Richard Jewell? How you doing? What's up, CJ? How do we exit society? Well, here's the thing of it. This is how life works. You bust your ass to get treated like shit the rest of your life in hopes that you can retire comfortably so you can die peacefully. How do you exit society? The natural way. You put up with it. You grin and bear it. like when I'm seeing younger millennials snorting condoms and eating Tide Pods, I'm like, get the fuck out of here with this stupid shit. Like, if you want to do stuff for a YouTube video, I get that. You want the views and the exposure. So, I get that 100%. But here's the thing of it. You can do crazy shit for YouTube that's not going to fucking hurt you or do stupid shit to your body. I mean, you want to do crazy shit for YouTube? Eating spicy food is always entertaining. Watching people's faces just get red hot and their tears dripping down their face, like, you know what I'm saying? So far, I haven't seen anybody else attempt that burger that me and Scotty made for his channel. Because the combination of ingredients I used, that was the spiciest fucking burger I've ever eaten. I'm like, hey, Scotty, you want to do a spicy-ass burger challenge for your YouTube channel? And he's like, yeah, bro, I'm down. I like spicy food. I'm like, all right, bro. Part one was putting it together. I had like 3 to 4 different hot sauces, some Primo's peppers, some curly fries, some habanero jam. You had a split second to appreciate the flavor on that burger. One bite, it was like, oh fuck, this burger is really good. And then the heat of it, it was like, but that burger was just straight, that hell burger that I did on Scotty's channel, whatever the fuck we called it, you know what I'm saying? That shit was mean, dude. That burger was so spicy that by the time my mouth cooled off from eating it, I started seeing heat waves. I'm like, whoa, dude. The Satan's Bacon Cheeseburger was really delicious, but really spicy. That was a cooking video I made on YouTube. Well, I took not ghost pepper, but some dried up Carolina Reapers, or and took 1 pepper out of the pack, crumbled it up on top of the sandwich, minus the stem. Put some bacon and some cheese on there. It had Satan's blood hot sauce. Oh, dude. Yeah, that burger was the Satan's Bacon Cheeseburger is delicious, from what I recall, but very spicy. You'd be sitting there eating it like, oh, this is a really good burger. By the time you get done eating it, the heat creeps up on you slowly. And then when it hit, it was like, oh shit, dude. So this is glow-in-the-dark spray paint on the end of this, but what happens when I turn that off? And from here, look into the back a little bit. Okay, no, you can't really see it. Never mind, Facebook, you can't really see it. Oof, I like the way this turned out, man. This is freaking sweet. Well, this will definitely complete my wand collection very, very, very nicely. But right now, I've gotten as far as I can go on my wands until I get more supplies, which will be happening in the next 2 days or so. So that by the 4th of July, if I take that off to hang out with friends or family or whatever, that's understandable. But after that, you know, Yeah, no, that glue's not coming out. It's still pretty sticky in there. I already know that for a fact. But it's dry enough that I can set it in front of me on my desk right here and not worry about anything. Couple of cigarette butts. Some of these might have, unless they're all squeezed. Here's one that's probably not. No, these are all burnt. Yeah, there's a couple cigarette butts in my ashtray that need to be pinched out into the pipe. There we go. Now, will my scepter be dry enough? Sort of glue the crystal in there, it's good to go. By the time I get to it, hopefully, yes. There we go. Give it a squeeze. Give that a squeeze. Give that a squeeze. Yeah. A cherry cigar roach sitting in there, like just waiting for me to be squeezing that bitch out into my pipe. Like, checking out the chat here, and people are like, bro, with all them spicy ass burgers, you should open up a stand or whatever. Yeah, owning a restaurant is a serious dedication, lots of hard work that goes into maintaining it, you know. I personally don't have any desire to own a restaurant. Like, I appreciate that my fans think my recipes are good enough to do that kind of thing, but I don't know. Phew-wee. Well, this here stream is most definitely long enough. Catch you all on the next one, yo. I'm going to keep you updated on the progress of that scepter.